YouTube, this is your Player Master Day, and today I'll show you more explain everything about the orcust, just the ratios, the engines you can use, the deck, I played as well. Also a little bit story behind it, actually a little bit history behind it as well. Back then as well. So now, let's get this started, shall we? Let's start with the orcust monsters. We played 3 copies of these, and 3 copies of these, and then one of this one, and one of these ones, 3 copies of these ones, 3 of these ones, and 3 of these ones. Now, let's start with this one by one. This one's basically says it's a force burial, and plus target one machine type monster. Target one monster that you control or your opponent controls, and send in one machine, dark machine, to the graveyard. You can get this neck if you want to, and also to basically force burial to the graveyard, and also gains attack was equal to the levels of the monster that we have with. So, that's the first one. That's the first barrier for the deck. This one is a monster reborn for the deck. By banishes from the graveyard. But by the way, all the orcust monsters except for this one, and I'll banish for the graveyard to do something with. So this one's the monster reborn for it. This one's the extender, but it's extender from your hand. So basically, by bash is got by graveyard to put some of the orcust monster from your hand. It's a goblin bird, or reversely, or it's like a goblin bird. Yeah, in a way. Or tin goldfish. And one of our party, this is the E-Tower for the deck, which E-Tower does, which it does, but something one for the deck by bashing it itself. So what's that? This is the starter. This is the main starter. By the way. Also, this is also a starter. This is also a starter as well. If you combination with this, or combination with this and this, that works as well. Or the combination with this and this, that works as well. And to it. Basically, basically it is a starter, and it's a forge burial, and also the ability to summon vacancy tokens to both sides of the field. So this is definitely useful in that regard. Also, because of the tuna monster, then when you with 2 cards with the same column as him, so when comes the tuna, which is the often in some builds. And this is the extender from Banner Zone. But when you put something from Banner Zone, that's a lot into the docks. But when you put something from the hand pod, usually a second one to go to the graveyard, you can send it, and then it will not go to the docks when you do that. So keep that in mind when you do that. Now we're doing the different engines you can do in orcust. You can play the horse engine. As well, 3 of these, 3 entities, and then also, if you want, if you don't have to do it, you can play 3 of this if you want to. If you want, you don't have to. But we say mainly it's these ones, most of the time. Basically, so it helps you, what actually helps you, it's sending your monsters to your hand to the graveyard, to sending your monsters from your hand to the graveyard. You get the and to get the forge barrier back to for these guys. So this one, say you're sending this to the grave, and you can dump one of these ones, so make it a lot easier. And then you don't have to be orcust monster. You can be anyone you want. So in that regard, so you have to dump orcust monsters to the grave, because mostly these orcust monsters, which most of them plays activates and effects in the graveyard. And also the ghost And by the way, a little tip for you as well. Ghost spells does not hurt this attack as much or draw a bird because ghost spells the fact that you only ghost spell on the August scattered because if you give it a patch for the graveyard to transfer one August monster from grave and then something to the field. That's all it does. You can ghost spell on that, but you can't ghost spell on the rest of it because that bad as cost when you do that. So just gonna keep that one in mind. And that's about it for this engine. There's another engine you could do, which is the sketch and the sketchworker engine as well, which is also really good as well. And the sketchworker engine right here, which you could have it engaged with the frame. You never know. But we did for a copy. Now, these will help you go in second. This is so good it will go in second. You can say, or you can say a really good going first, but that struggle will go in second. So same would go with the horse engine. Because that's so good going first, and then struggle will go in second as well. Because the reason that, because 99% of the time, people will really get rid of this to stop these coming back for the graveyard. Because without the Kinzog or this one, then stop you the horse monster coming back for the graveyard. But these ones, this is actually really good. Because it allows you to basically banish for the opponent's graveyard, and also which helps you go in second. And it's a quick play spell, so you can use it going first. And also, this one allows you basically gain control of your opponent's monsters and then gain control of it, which is actually the mind control in a way. And also, it's a quick play spell, so you can do it on your own turn as well, which is really great. And also, the double engage for extra search, and also the drones for extra summoning to the field. And then for the other engines you can definitely use in this deck. If you don't have to do it, you don't have to do this. This engine, you don't have to. Which is this a scrap engine, which it also helps you do it. This allows you to do basically. But if you're doing this scrap engine, my advice is to take out this one and this one for it. Because you want at least 6 normal summons or 5 normal summons in your deck. So that makes it take out those ones for these ones. If you want to do it that way, so that works as well. But when it is dependent with Scrap Engine, instead you can put the spell, which is the Forge Burial, not Forge Burial, the Fossil Dig, and also Grand Zeno as well, and also Scrap Yard as well. That takes you to 9 more search cards, and you get search Scrap Raptor to the Scrap Raptor Recycler, so that makes it a lot easier to search, and then it comes to the bigger boards. But I think it is as I suggested, because it's only good going first with it, you do that. So I suggest you use the Psycho engine. Also, that's the other engine we could do, which is the Runic engine you could do, which allows you to help you to go in second really well. But you lose your battle phase when you do that, though. You use that engine in that engine. That's why they discovered the engine a little bit better in that regard. Now for the other spells you can play in this deck really well. You can play Alert Darkness, and then you can play Upstarts, and you can play August Returns. Oh, by the way, August Returns, basically, it's basically what August Returns basically does to some people you can play 2 copies of this or 3 copies of this. I choose 3 copies. Basically, it's like traded and draw 2 cards for your deck to your hand. It's basically just traded. It's basically just traded for it. And also you can play 3 Upstars and 3 Alerts and 3 Part of Desires if you want to. You can play these if you want to, but you don't have to in a way. Because then with alerts, all your August monsters are balanced, and August monsters are dark, so you can play a lot and draw 2 cards as well. Also, if you wanted to play 3 copies to each one of it, you can play part of the side and then you draw 2 cards from that, and also upside is the upside. And also, you can play technically like a baby drop wits. This was a great card for August because you can send the August monsters on your graveyard and then on your head to the graveyard and get that back off, which is actually really good in that regard. And also we get the opponent's effects, which is great. And you didn't have to play that. Now, for the rest of it, you can do, you can actually, by the way, also the rest of it, the August Fire Traps, which is give away the bubbles, and then crescendos. Now, this is the army brigade for August. This is the army brigade. Basically, brigade spells, traps, and monsters. Most people will play one of us in the main deck. I choose to play 3 cards in the side, because this is only good going first to it. That's all it does. And also, the second part of this card effect, you can advance for the graveyard and search for a dark machine to protect your hand. And also from banners or from banner zone to the field. But the downside is of this card, it's you like to drop machines for the rest of the turn, not sooner or later. It doesn't matter. So, let me explain. So, for example, if you summon the... you're summoning Wing Creeper to the field, and you want to activate this, you can't. Because you're summoning a not dark machine, triggers it, that bad. You're not triggered it, you didn't need to make sure that this one's a dark machine before you can activate this. Because if you want to make it just more freely, I suggest look at your extra deck and mix it all of them in top machines. This you get this one more live, you doing it as well to make it a lot easier. And now for the bubbles. This one is controversial. Basically, you can play 1 copy of this or play 2 copies of this. The reason you play 2 copies of this is because you only got banished by Cosmic Cyclone, or you play 3 copies of this if you play part of Societies. So that's why I didn't play 3. And now, this one in the reason you wanted this in your deck, because this is absolutely crazy, by the way, because they're all your August monsters in your graveyard, and your August Link monsters, which is, I'll show you right now, the Orchestron, Gatea, I'm going to give you and Gatea, to the field. And also, basically, what this does is, makes it them and them in your graveyard, it comes quick effects. So that means with this in the graveyard, you can activate effects during your opponent's turn, which is actually really good, because that allows you to basically to agree that you can snowball your opponent during your opponent's turn. And this one allows you to this one set a spell trap. This one will send a card out of the field to graveyard. And this will negate send a monster's special ability. I'll tell you more details on this one and later in this video. To make it a lot easier. I also did second party effect of this. Is you're gonna, and with this card sent to the graveyard, but last turn, then you can get added back to your hand. Back to your hand, added back to your hand, but discarding 1. Which is actually really good. Now for the August Link monsters, you should play. You play. Now, you should, some people play 3 copies of this or 2 copies of this. But I choose 3 copies of this. And also, Orchestra is a great card. Orchestra is a great card. Anyway, so basically what this says, you return 1 machine any machine, by the way. It doesn't matter what it had to be orcust monster. You can be any machine type monster you want, and then return it back to the machine, back to the deck. Then you say you can't. Each one who does it, and the set orcust power trap it into the field, or and sets it. It sets it to the field. That's why I have different effects. These two they didn't have different effects to this one and sets one. Now, it sets one from your deck and then it sends it face down. And then also, when the arrow points to our monster, and then you see that arrows that are on the monster? Now, if this arrow points it to a monster, and any monster in general, it doesn't matter if it's a like monster, and it doesn't matter the code will go over like that. It doesn't matter. You have to be link it to that monster. And that makes this monster then can't destroy battle. It makes it that much easier. Actually, combos that you can do with this as well. And then also tips as well in this video as well. And that's why they play free copies. Because it is a really good card. Now for Yugioh. Yugioh, there's tips for this one. And also, I'll show you tips about these two and this one as well. What basically this one does, it allows you to basically set two machines from battleground to the back to the deck, and then shovel and send one card on the opponent's field with the arrow points to it. You see these two arrows here? Yeah. Those are link arrows. So if you any monster points to those two zones and arrows that are going to put those two monsters, any of those two monsters, you can set one of them to the graveyard Basically what that does. That's basically what it does. It's a sense away into the graveyard. It makes it really good. It makes it really good. And this one, basically it does, with the arrow points to the other monster. Oh, by the way, that's what I got to mention. With the arrow points to the other monster, he can't be destroyed by one card effects. By the way, and this one's can't be destroyed by battle. This one, he can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. It links to the other monsters. So when the arrow points to the other monster, then he can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. The second part of the effect it says, well, basically what it does, say if your arrow points to the other monster here, for example, and then you shovel 3 machines to the deck, your monster loses special abilities and attack points, and loses attack points and defense points, and there's the special abilities, and also, and it's permanent, by the way, permanent 0, and it affects the gaze, attack and defense. So basically, it makes it, basically, wipes out perfectly, and it's permanent, by the way, as well. Now for the show you the exceeds of it you could do, which is thing is seriously a star. These cards, they are really good. Let me explain. And say you only get some of these guys about 2 ways. One, you have 2 over 8 monsters on the field overlay with those on top of it for that. That's a simpler way, or even more simple if you got one of these guys on the field, or it can be aim these 3 guys, and these 3 and it'd be these 3 here to it, and then you just basically just go all the way on top. That's basically all it does. Because it says and also, by the way, it's fair to note this card says you'll get summon these guys once per turn. Summon once per turn. And when these guys summon to the field, it has 2 effects. One, you can attach a machine from Battlestone to as over unit. So it allows you basically to as a normal material. Or you get the second part there, but you can set any card on your opponent's side of the field and send it to graveyard and does not target, by the way. And also the orchestra does not target, and so is Yugioh as well. By way as well, to make sure. Also the second part of the effect they just say, by attaching material, and it's not an activation effect, it's a continuous effect by the way. By attaching material, it cannot be destroyed by all card effects. That's all cards on the field, including itself. So it basically means if you have a card face down on your field, and you have this on your field, and you touch for 2, he's not destroyed. He's not destroyed. It's not destroyed. Basically, not destroyed. It's way. Now, what are the tips and tricks you could do with these guys? If you want to use his effect, go on the left, go in the right hand zone. Make sure the zone you wanted to do. Say this is the middle one. This is the middle, right? And then this one's the left. This is the right hand side. Because the arrows are pointed there to the near the middle. You want to because because most of the people, they would put cards in the middle. That would be why he can destroy the power card effects if it's linked to other monsters, which is also very good. As well, or you can put it that side if you wanted to make sure the hours points to it, or this card points to it, or any link monster points to it. To really get that back in the list, especially when the attack points to 0, which is very good. Same thing with this one, but make sure it's on the right hand zone, not on the left hand zone. Because the reason you want to put it in the right hand zone, so you can get the hours pointed in the middle and also in the side, so you're going to make it easier to as the same reason for that one. Same thing will go with this one as well. Make sure it's in the left hand zone. For that one, but it's a bit a lot easier. And also for another tip, for the net that orcust gives you, is let me just get the token. There you go. Now, your activate ability, your force ability, your orcust spots, which it doesn't matter which one it is at the moment. It can be anyone you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you dump it in the moment. I'll just show you. It makes it easier. Now, use the second ability. Summon the legacy tokens to both sides here. Make sure the token is in the middle. And then make sure it's in the middle. You know why it needs to be in the middle? Well, I gotta tell you. Because it got here and one yugioh and orchestra and have arrows. It has arrows to point it into the middle. And it points into the middle. That way, so the arrows points it to the middle, it will point it to the token, not the way. And make sure to put the token in the middle. Make sure of it. Because if you did, these guys can be protected for about all card effects. It makes it easier. To it. That's what that's my little tip for you. And also, another tip you could do with when Mega gives you is you could put a token and then right eye corner, put it about right here, where weak monster will be, and then summon that token here. Then you can use that token to bring out to link Clevo to here, and then you have two cards with the same column. So you got 1, 2, and 3 here. Then it comes to the monster, and you can use our power when you use banish for play, and then you summon an orcust monster for your deck, which could be orcust skeleton or another monster if you want to. It could be anyone you want, and then you can use those because then now it comes to the monster because you get 2 cards of the same column as him. You can use it for sequel plays if you want to do it that way. If you want to do it that way as well. It makes it a lot more easier. As well. Now, for the extra deck, you can use it in this. You can play Zero Boros, you can put IP if you don't have to. Dark Trauma and IP and Sketchworker Kadawi, and also this, and then Wikisha Anima. The reason Wikisha Anima, because the Glass Bombard, which is one right here, and it's a level 1, so you can use it for sequel plays. I mean, not sequel plays, link plays, I mean. And it helps with the zones as well, which is really great for it as well. And now for the Yeah, that's about it for the main deck part. Now for the history lesson for you. orcust first came out in 2018 and also in 2019 as well. Now in 2018 it was so Fusion the first set got orcust in. It came out. And it came out. You went Apollo and Orcust and the Grasp Bot. These are the main three that comes out in Souls. Soul Fusion, I meant to say, and then as well. And after Future sets in 2019, we did the Savage Strike, as well, which is in Savage Strike, they have Orcust Nightmare, and also the Nightmare Mermaid, and also in that, and also have the Ding Gissu in that as well, and also the Orcust Cassandra as well, which is some areas, and Cassandra as well, and also in Soul Fusion there was Bubble in that as well, so. And in that set, now during that time period in 2019, the format it was about toss format. It was in Butter Dragons, Orcust, Sky Dragons, and Samurai Greats in that area. Now in that area, most of the representative was Orcust during that time period. Most of it was pure Orcust, by the way. It was pure Orcust in that area, and in that area as well. In that area, and then after in the future, a couple months later, I think it was a couple months later, I think it was something like that, and then we get to the band list. Orcust Apollo to band Apollo, and also with the piece of Orcust. Actually, it was Nightmare Mermaid first. It got bad first, and then Orcust Nightmare. Because it was Orcust Nightmare first, but it got bad first. The reason they got bad first because anyone was using Nightmare Mermaid during that time period, because during that time period, during that time period, because any generic any generic two monsters on the field to Nightmare Phoenix or Surplus, and then to make a Nightmare Mermaid, to summon an Orcust Nightmare, which is by the way, if you must know, Orcust Nightmare is a nightmare monster. So because the mermaid existed during that time period, it best summons Nightmare monster for the deck, which is an Orcust Nightmare, which is a very important piece, because then you can almost any generic two monsters to a full Orcust combo, which is full Orcust combo straight off the bat, as well. And now, after the got that hit it out of the bang list, and then Mermaid got hit in that bang list, as well, because it was too toxic in that format. Well, I was using it, so which makes sense in that one. And now, in 2019 format, which still is the same format, by the way, it's still the same format, which is the toss format. And then we was in the 2019 bang list, I think it was 2020 bang list, and Orcust Nightmare got hit to banned. But in 2020. Now, for the year later, in the 2020s and 21s, this comes in. Meta Orcust Gissu. During 2020, Apollo got hit in 2019 and 20s, between those two times. This one came in that time period. In that time period. The reason this one came out in 2020s, this one came out in 2019, which is a year before it got into it. Now, now past years, and it was the vegetation for orchids. It was kind of dead. For orchids during that year, but over the years, to 2024, all probably got back to one, and during that time period, which is actually really good in that period, in that time period. Also, in 2019, during that time period, why August is tier 1? Because the engine is so, what's the word? Never ends. Never ends with cycle, because he can play forever. Which allows you to basically play forever. It will never stop. Because you constantly return you back to resources for your August monsters. And also monsters on board, they're doing that. Which is actually really kind of crazy in a way. Actually. I think it actually could play forever, which is kind of crazy in a way. And as well. And now the history lesson for you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and also hit the subscribe button, and also hit in the comments down below with any questions about about August history, the ratios, and also the ratios, and also the engines I missed out as well, and also this is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. Sign off. Bye.